Hello, beautiful humans. Welcome to the Power of Love Summit, transforming self and society through love and compassion. We are so glad you're here. Since we are focusing on love tonight, maybe before we get started, before we even do our introductions, we can just take a moment to just go within and to connect to our hearts. So I invite you wherever you are to bring your attention to your heart space. Maybe you close your eyes if that feels safe, and just feel for your heartbeat. Feeling that life force energy within you, that source of unconditional love. Taking a deep breath in. Pause and hold the breath at the top. And exhale, let it go. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. My name is Brittany Tackett. I am a mother first and foremost, but I wear a lot of different hats. I'm a transpersonal therapist and coach, so I really like to bring this transpersonal approach to everything I do: mind, body, spirit, and heart. Yoga meditation teacher and the founder of Heart First Education, whose mission is to educate the whole person, heart first. And I started that organization after I really started to see the disparity in our education system. I saw it from working in the school system as a mental health therapist and seeing the issues that were arising. But then I also noticed it as a pattern, in my own education, and that I learned to focus so much on the intellect and to live so much in my head because that's what was drilled into me as a child, right? We didn't have all these, we didn't have any emotional intelligence classes or anything like that. And so I think it is improving some now, which is amazing. But that is, my goal and my mission is to help bring more of that into the world. And that's the purpose of the Power of Love Summit too. So I'm so excited to bring together heart-centered leaders, teachers, healers, coaches from all parts of the world to have these important conversations. And today I have Vinnie Mahler, and she is an intuitive light facilitator. What a beautiful term to describe yourself, Vinnie. I love that. So thankful that you're here. Will you please introduce yourself? Tell us more about you and the work that you do.
Thank you so much for having me. It's really an honor, and I'm so grateful. I don't know, I was looking for a word, me being Danish. Anyway, I'm so grateful to be here, both for you and for anyone that is joining us live and even in the future, because you matter. Like, just for you showing up now is that you're actually prioritizing yourself. And I don't just take this for granted that you obviously are just sitting here like hanging like on any other television. It's like this matter for you, that really tapping into love. So thank you so much for having me. Yes, intuitive light facilitator. It came to me because I had there's so much intuitive life coaching and your mentoring, and I didn't feel I resonated with all of it because, hey, who am I? What am I? Like, what is it that I'm showing up in the world as? And I literally sat for days with it, because I wanted so much to represent me, not like some other box and you have to be this way, for otherwise no one can relate to you. And I had but it's not about other people relating to me first. It's about me being honest and in integrity and radiating out who I am first. And then people will be able to relate to me. And that was where it came to me that I am a light facilitator. Like, I'm shining light on other people's issues. I'm shining light into people's lives. I'm being positive and uplifting as the light is. And then I'm in the transition light because I have been that light facilitator for all my life, and I will continue being it. And I'm moving into a bit more upgraded version of it, where I say like I'm an intuitive love and light activator. I'm still facilitating the light. It's just that more oomph behind it, because I can see and experience and hear when people come and speak with me, and even we communicate on Messenger or something like that. People just feel better, and they come back like, I know, I just had to write to you. I just couldn't really get myself. I didn't want to take your time and all. But just the fact that with my word coming through to someone, the light come through the words, and with me working so much on myself at all times, because hey, life is about growing, life is about upgrading and embracing that light and that love even more. So that is basically what I went in and did, and activated all that. And with activating it within me, I can see now how I'm activating it within others. So that is what I moved into. So that is the way that I actually help people, is having the conversations, like, and then going through and being that channel from self, from love, shining into the life and this what is actually going on, because people can be frustrated, and I won't say just people, because I work with women, so women and children. I work with children, I'm an educator too, and for them to be frustrated and not having what they want in their life, and it's just like rah, because hey, that is from the mind. As yourself, I've been living in my mind. I was working in business finance for 15 years. There's no room for heart in business finance, I tell you. Although I will say, because I couldn't speak English. So my way of learning English was to move to the UK. And my manager actually took a massive chance on me, because she said, I couldn't communicate with you, but I love your personality. And she could have said, I love your light. She felt she needed that in the team. And for me to coming in then and then shine the light through and lifting the vibration, instead of it was that like, we're sitting in the box now here on the screen of you, and we have another screen, which is where both Brittany and I is sitting. And then you're sitting in a square box of a house, probably too, or a square box of a room. Everything is put into all these boxes. Yet I don't fit in it. I am a nature person. I'm a light person. And I go out and really help people shine that light too. Because I know that when you have been in interaction with me, you would feel better. And if you don't, congratulations, because then I might have triggered you too. So you are able to make a quantum jump into something new when you have bypassed that. And that is what light is about. That is what love is about. And that is what self is about. Hence that whole thing. So I managed to come in, and then, yeah, I'm so grateful that she employed me, because, hey, otherwise I couldn't be able to communicate to you and really going out and share my message in the whole world, because suddenly I saw, hey, Denmark is 5.4 million people. And I thought like I was in that square box of Denmark, and suddenly I had the whole world. I literally had to go travel after I had learned the language before I could go back to Denmark straight away. I just felt I needed to go out and really explore and the whole thing. And that was just the journey of really coming in. And I could see now later on how, when I then started, because, hey, I was still in finance, when I then started working on myself, because I hit my rock bottom. At some point, we all hit some kind of bottom, and I really hit that hard head first. And it was the whole of going in and working, and then finding out, who am I? Like, if anyone had seen and followed me, you would know that whole thing, like how the voice came through to me and just say, love yourself. Hence, I'm such a catalyst of going out sharing in the world about why it is so important that we love ourselves. Because you cannot have anything. And I'm sorry to tell you, if you thought so, that you could trick something, whatever, that you could have, because you might be able to manipulate, you might be able to control or curse or whatever you could do to have what you wanted. But if there's none presence of self-love, you cannot have it in your life. And some people might judge is some different, that is not self-love, because it's not what they want in their life, but they love themselves enough to actually going through and having what they want. because they love themselves enough. And that's what I find so fascinating, because looking at some people that I judge for being cruel and mean and they're not doing the right thing and that whole thing, they love themselves to have what they want. They believe 100% what they're doing, that that's the right thing. It's scary at times, but hey, self-love. So for me to going through, and I'm saying that because I could see where I wasn't pure, and I call it pure self-love now, like that divine self-love that you're coming through. And for me, that is that compassion, that's empathy, and going out and really caring for everyone and uplifting people, supporting people, has been major in my life. So yes, I don't know if but I could keep going because I got many hats, because the reason that I am so grateful for being in Australia totally now, like, because traveling around the world, I wanted to go to Australia, which was a dream. And to be honest, I didn't actually think that I was ever going to come back. So I spent every penny I had on traveling Australia the first time I was here, because hey, I'll never come back. It's on the other side of the world. But I forgot the world is only tiny when it is that we go in. So I have actually taken, I graduated as a diploma in early childhood, and working with children, see them come through with their light and how they haven't been spoiled or ruined yet in their mind. They live from their heart.
Yeah.
So for us to really study children and saying, and I'm a nanny as well at the moment, it's like sitting with one that is 14 months or so, is the whole like, the joy and the happiness and the wonder, like, what's Vinnie doing now? What is she up to? And that whole thing. So I just love that whole aspect of it, like how I get to help women, and then I get to study the children and support them in keeping their pureness, keeping the joy, keeping their curiosity and wonder while they explore their gifts. Because what I have learned through my last 10 years is that many adults is afraid of this world we can't see with these two eyes. And going in, like, I love how you've got the keyhole in the back of your wall there. The keyhole is to going into what we can't see. Like, if I told you someone is standing there, would you believe me? Like, some people might, and other people would say, no, she's weird. We don't want to see, didn't know anything about her. But that is the whole thing, because for me to work with the children, and when they come to me, like, I loved a conversation I had with a child, and she came up and just said, like, because I asked her, did you have a good sleep? And she's like, oh, Vinnie, the spirit woke me up. I was like, oh, did the spirit wake up? Well, how do they look like? Oh, Vinnie, they just got so many colors and the whole thing. Oh, and you know, Vinnie, they can walk, but then suddenly they just take off from the ground and that. How many parents out there, and if you are a parent listening now, listen to your children. What are they saying? Don't make them wrong. I was made wrong all the time. Hence, I shut down my skills to actually connect with that world, because they were too afraid of it. So I became afraid of it. I became afraid of spirits, and I have been terrified. And when I started my journey in loving myself to start with, where I was just like, I don't know what that is. Hence, I'm doing like that, is to go through the fear and embracing, empowering, and loving myself in the way that I know best. And it's a lifelong journey. Like, if someone came up to me and said, like, no, I don't need self-love, I love myself 100%. Sorry, but I will call you a liar, because you can never, ever know everything about yourself, like what you're capable of and the whole thing. Like, not know from here, but know from your heart. Because when we truly know it from our heart, then we are living it. If we know it, then we might be pretending to. We just have it like, no, but I know it anyway. No, if you truly know something, then you're living it in your life. And that is what I do, because again, as I mentioned, hey, I'm in Australia now. I managed to manifest and create my life. So I quit my corporate job. I haven't had any 9 to 5 job for 7 years. And it's that whole like live your life, like allow it all to unfold. And then the whole invisible world around you will hold the space for you because you are working on you and you are helping everybody around you. And even those days around them and then around them. So it ripples effects all the way out. So yeah, that's a bit about me. And as I said to you when it was that you introduced me, I just love sharing and I love speaking in on you are enough. You are enough and you really truly matter because, hey, coming from being suicidal and not wanting to be here anymore because, hey, who am I? I'm no one. Like I did not exist. I had no clue who I was and I did not have any value whatsoever. To moving into saying like, hey, people actually change with me. People actually like being around me. People actually crave and more or less trying to find ways that they can be around me because they feel so much better. Not only people, but animals too. So yeah, it's just a beautiful journey when you really embrace your heart.
Yes, it's beautiful. Thank you for sharing a little bit about your journey. And so what would you say to someone who maybe is still in that other place of like, low self-esteem, low self-worth, maybe even like self-hatred or self-loathing? Like, how do we get from one extreme to another? How can we bring more self-love into our lives? What worked for you? What do you teach the people that you work with? Tell us all your tricks.
All the tricks and tools, yay! And some people have like no, because they have to come along and pay you for it. Where I have it like, why? Is it that you truly have it like that you cannot share it? Because one thing is I will share everything with you now that I'm open for. I have it like I have no secrets. Like I learned that all the secrets that you have in your closets is just keeping you small and you don't want to go out and actually help other people. Where I have it like, I want to help other people. So my very first thing was I decided it.
Yeah.
I literally went in because I was at such a low point that I suddenly saw, and I'll just tell you quickly the story about it because that makes sense.
Yeah.
I come from a dysfunctional family, and I've never learned about who I was like, and I went into abusive relationships, and I just wanted to finish it all off. So on my lowest point, I was looking down at a rock to say which one will hit my head the most, and I just go out with a flash because I didn't want more pain. I was in so much pain, emotional pain. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know how to live. And I didn't know how to leave that man that wasn't nice enough to me. So I thought it was easier to kill myself than leaving him, just to put it all into perspective of how that was. At the same time, not being able to leave him was that I was so codependent. So codependency, not wanting to cause other people pain, not really wanted to, and wanting to commit suicide and having a body laying there. What do? I cause the person that's going to find me pain. I was terrified when I saw that. Like, so I can't even die without giving other people pain because I didn't expect anyone in my life, like family, friends, anyone, because I was no one. I didn't think they were going to have pain. But thinking about a stranger that was going to find me and causing that person pain, I have to live. I have no other choice. I have to live. And then the voice came through to me and just said, like, because I was sitting, how on freaking earth am I gonna live? I don't like anything about my life. And that was just the whole thing. Love yourself. And I was like, whoa, love yourself. First, I was freaked out, and you can see the book up there. Read that story that is within me because I go into details more about how that actually came about. But it's like, who am I? Like, I have no idea who I am. And I have even less knowing what love is, because love was being abused, love was being raped, love was being hid in that whole thing. So going through that whole process of what our human mind creates of the stories and the beliefs and the patterns and what we can see, and create that into reality, to shred that off, really removing everything we know at any given time, and then allowing that to go in. And then I hear you ask me, yeah, but how, Vinnie? You can't just sit here and explain it. How? We want to know how. Again, decide, because when you are ready, the teacher will show up. So first step is you get a journal. Like, I love my new journal that I got. Like, how beautiful is that? You go in and then you have a pen, and I can even show you, I got my golden pen, because then you start, I actually will take the black one first. You start writing out how you feel right now. Write everything down that you're feeling and that you are hating and disliking and everything. Being honest with yourself. Don't go in and, oh no, that's not too bad, and the whole thing, because I have like, oh no, it's not too bad to be in those relationships and that. And that's not how we do it. But that is one really technique I've used a lot. And I have cases of notebooks that I've gone through to write. And then I found, actually, I don't know if you know of it, but 12-step programs. Mm-hmm. I actually joined Al-Anon, the family and friends for alcoholics, in my early stages. I did, and bless, we sometimes don't really want to change. So I found some therapists that didn't really want me to change. Like, if I wasn't crying, it's like, oh, just let me know if you're crying again, and then you can come in. It's like, I knew everything was F up inside of me, like, and just because I'm not crying, it's not because I'm healed. Hey, and it was the whole journey of me to go through to someone that could actually show me the 12-step programs. And I started off in hypnotherapy. Hypnotherapy is not working for strong-minded. Like, for me, I could, what can we say? What's the right words? I manipulated her to do it the way that benefited me, so I knew what was going to happen in advance. That was basically how my mind managed to go through, and I feel my whole vibration, because it was that whole stories of it. So to go through there is another thing, like what works for you. For me to truly is like, now imagine that your screen is a mirror, and then you look yourself in the mirror and just saying like, okay, who are you? And if I knew you, who would you be? How are you feeling? Like, and is that true? Is that really true? What would actually be a different thing? That you use the mirror. And I've actually surprised how many people I've met that don't like mirror work because they don't like looking at themselves. And that's the first thing that I want to invite you to. And if it's only for 1 second a day, truly look at yourself. Not just look how your hair looks like and how your makeup are, or how your skin maybe is, or how your clothes are, and how, oh, that's sitting wrong, isn't it? Like how the jewelry is sitting. No, look yourself in the eyes. Your eyes know. And really sit with it. Like, and I sit because it's like, that is your lifeline to you. And the amount of hours on end I have spent sitting with that is insane. But I was committed because I was told to love myself. So I was committed to knowing myself and getting into knowing what love is. But it was about myself first, because hey, love is that whole thing. Like, I didn't even want to touch it because it was so painful, it was so abusive and that. But really going through and seeing on my stories and then releasing the stories, because the 12-step programs, and go and read up on it. Like, I don't want to take the time on it, but really going in and reading up on it. It's amazing how you first going in and observing yourself, accepting yourself, and that whole process of it. So if that is a way for you, go for it. I use some of it in it, like, because again, 12-step programs is amazing to start with. Don't get caught up in the sickness. I had to leave because I felt I got told I would never get well.
Yeah.
And that is the biggest lie.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I really, really want to emphasize that, because I had to get people to more or less get me out of it, because I couldn't see like how well I had become. And then for every meeting I went to, for every time I spoke with anyone after that point, I went backwards into the sickness again, because I was sitting and smothering myself in all the sickness and all the stories, and we're releasing the stories. So I did up to step 9, and then I was out, because I believe so firmly inside of me that this is not me. I'm not going to accept that this is my state forever. I'm not just going to survive and settle with a sickness. What on earth is this? Get your ass into gear and truly love yourself. And I remember how it was that they got furious with me by just even speaking that out loud. Well, it was such a strong belief in me, because I knew I was meant for more. So take the first 9 steps, and don't obviously say that to anyone that you go in, but really study what that is, because that can help you. And you asked me for how that worked, and that could be it. So next up is to truly going in loving yourself, like loving yourself. And it's actually not long ago, because I keep saying things about me that is still blocking me for truly having everything that I want. Yes, I have released so much weight. I'm not at overweight anymore or obese. I'm still in Australia. I'm still alive. I get food. I have a place to live and all of that, which I didn't believe that I could actually have in the beginning. So I started living in a camper. I lived in a car, and that whole thing, like the journey to actually grow up and expand and have more and more what you want. I could go back to finance and get my 10, 15K a month if that is what I wanted, because that was my belief. I had to work 70, 80 hours a week for me to actually going in and have. But that's not true. Loving yourself is allowing yourself to evolve and truly be the beautiful you that you are, because you are so beautiful. You are so amazing, and you are so loved and supported in all that you are. And when we truly see that, we don't only see it, but we feel it. And when we feel it, we know it. And when we truly know it, no one can ever take that away from you again. It might be in a split second, because the mind going, oh, are you sure? But when you truly know it, that is why I said, like, going from the head into the heart, no one can take that away from you. So love yourself is so many things. It's not just going out pampering yourself and nurture yourself and having pretty nails and having a spa or something like that. It is actually mothering yourself or fathering yourself. It's actually do the do's as well as feel the feels, because it is not always fun to feel all those feelings or emotions or anything that's coming up. It is really for you to allow yourself that joy, that sadness, that anger, that frustration, that totally ecstatic excitement, like it's all of it. And because I had learned feelings was not safe at all, any feeling I felt, I stuffed my face. I ate and I ate. And food, as I mentioned before, the thing that I actually saw about myself is that how much, it's not food in general, but sugar. Sugar has been my biggest addiction. You could give me cocaine, heroin, weed, whatever. It never worked at me. I was a massive sugar addict. And I had worked around that for, 7, 8 years. And I had released a lot because I released all the weight in it. But the last little root they stuck in, I saw. And I saw how that kept me small because I haven't wanted to say it out loud. So, hey, I'm saying it out loud. I said, like, I have no secrets. Because when I say it, I share it because I know in the sharing of it, it hasn't got any power about me anymore. So with us fully embracing ourselves to come back to how you love yourself, cuddle yourself. Every time I see myself wanting to go in and eat and having that sugar, I go back, okay, how old are you? Because I didn't see that I was actually acting like a 5-year-old, despite of my 43 years. Yeah, I said it. But, and then I was sitting with my 5-year-old and I was like, what do you truly need? Because is it the sugar you need? And it is that cuddle. It is that you're truly going in, loving yourself and being with yourself. Truly cuddle yourself. Yeah, that's it. Going in and being with you. And sit, even if it is that you need to sit for an hour, 2 hours. I bawled my eyes out the first time I did it because I didn't realize how much I had neglected myself. So stop running away from you and start running towards you. So let's go in and just recap quickly. So you go in and truly decide. If you want to love yourself and you really mean it, commit. And if you don't feel you've hit that rock bottom, go and look into your life and actually say, like, have I actually hit rock bottom, but I have avoided it? Because when I truly make the decision, I have actually been at rock bottom quite a few times before then. Let's say every time I wanted to commit suicide, I hit rock bottom. Yet I always managed one way or another to get saved. I had to hit it even further. So you can go in and feel that pain and all of it. And if you can go in and really connect with that, then decide in that moment. So that's step number 1. Really decide you want to love yourself. Really decide that you are going for it, because I won't even say that you're worthy, which I nearly said, because you don't feel it at that moment, because you're just totally like, who am I? But know that you have no other way, because even when I learned, and let me tell you this, if you ever have had any suicidal thought and not knowing that it is, it might be that you take your life here, but you're not taking your life. You're just leaving your body. You keep every lesson that you are meant to learn. You can't leave the pain. The pain will still be there. And I remember it as yesterday, after I had decided to love myself, that because I still had that little trick in the back of my mind, if I just leave myself behind, then, anyway. But then I got shown, if I leave the body, I'll just come through and relive all that pain again. So why not just go through it now? And I can even feel everyone going out say, what? And yes, I'm sorry to tell, but that is, and it's 11:33 here in Australia, just saying with the numbers too, just to shift out of that. But it's like, that is the truth. When you fully embrace that, you might leave the body behind, but the body is just a tiny bit of all of you. That is what I mean about everything that's going on around you. Yes, I need my physical body for you to hear me. I need my eyes to see you. But what is feelings? I'm a feeler, and I feel more than anything. Where's the feelings in the body? You can't leave the feelings behind. You can't leave the emotions behind. They've even done studies on people that's about to die, and then the way the body just before the die, and then the way the body afterwards, it's the same weight. There's nothing they've left. And yet, suddenly you are alive and now you're dead. So, no matter what, find a way. Just commit. Find that pain if that is what you need truly now. And yes, I'm speaking to your mind, because your heart knows all of this. And this is for you to truly embrace that, you know what? Why not just go for it? What's the worst thing that could happen? Can you feel any worse than you do now? I don't think so. Or the whole thing, like suddenly you hit another rock bottom. And that whole thing, like, but because even that I went through, I still hit the bottom. So bless yourself in it. So decide, find a way to decide if you can't truly decide. Going and finding the teacher, because I will obviously tell about a program that I'm doing that I can help you. And yet I might not be the right one. I started working with a healer because he was cheap. But it was like I was so drawn to one that was the double price. But I had it like, no, this is too expensive. But everything is energy. So if you feel drawn to someone because you want to work with them, like because your energy resonate with them, because you're able to actually create what you truly want in your life with that person, go for that person, no matter the price, because you will find whatever you need to find to actually make that true. And I am still amazed with how the money have just flowed into me and how I can sit here in front of you now and being so confident and being so certain and actually teaching you about self-love, because, hey, I did not think that was possible 10 years ago. Not at all. But because I committed and I said I was going to love myself and being out of my own way, and so I can go out and help people even more, because suddenly I could see I didn't help anyone. I was placing them. I was keeping them alive. I was keeping their anger and everything like that. So that is find whoever can help you, and then mirror, embrace the mirror, look yourself in the eyes and get to know you, and then cuddle yourself when something comes up. That was 5 things. Anyway.
Love it.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Vinnie. And anything you want to leave our viewers with today? Anything you want to tell about how people can find you, work with you, what offers you've got coming up? I know you just mentioned that. So
yes, I would actually love, before we finish the call, to take you through a process and show you what is possible when it is that you get in to work with me. And then I should actually start out with saying the offers that are coming. I've got 2 offers for you. For anyone listening, I'm gonna host a self-love and self-worth workshop where you're truly going in and embracing even more, but not only embracing that, but releasing all victimhood. Because how have we been a victim of our stories? How is it that we created from our stories? So going in, releasing victimhood, releasing the wanting, because wanting keep us in wanting and moving us into the having. And going in and releasing the whole wanting to control and really embracing our heart. That is getting from our mind down to our heart. Because when we truly start embracing the heart even more, and now in the beginning, you can't just do like that and get all the way down, but embracing that more and being within that. And then I'll go in and activate the love, activate the self-love, activate the self-worth for you to truly embrace that. And it's going to be over 2 Sundays. So it's going to be one week and then the next week, because I know for myself how it is like when we're truly going deep. And this is not just me speaking and the whole thing like going in. No, we allow the energies to really truly flow and the stories to change. Then you need some time to actually let that integrate, let that be, and start noticing about yourself, because then you get some home play. I don't do work, so home play in between, so we can actually move on the next one. So that's the workshop. That one for you to truly know that you are ready to really take that step and have made that decision. You're just looking for someone that you can work with. Then I have created this, create your ultimate self. That is truly about all of you. It's like all self-love, but not everyone see finances, health, and where you live and relationships and money as love. So I call it create your ultimate self. And that is a 6-month program. where we go deep. We go deep because that is where you are having one-on-one sessions. It's free one-on-one sessions a month. And then you get access to me that you can message me, where I will be spending 20 minutes a week because you have something that's coming in up and all, and really allowing all that to embrace in you. So whatever we work at the one-on-ones, and something might get triggered, and then we just need to tweak something in between the sessions. And also, like, I will be holding the space for you now, because I know it might be late for some, and some are getting tired because it's shifting the energies and all of it. So for me to hold you in this safe container is just alpha omega for me. Like, I wouldn't have been able to be where I am today if I hadn't found someone that could actually hold me in that container day by day by day for 6 months. And considering, like, if you get access to one that we're working with for 6 months, it takes 28 days to change a habit. And it is habits. We need to rewire everything within you, and getting to really work at that. And not only, again, speaking, because that's the reason I found the intuitive workers, because they could bypass my mind, they could bypass my shit, basically, and really dig deep and get that out of the way. So going through all that, and not only within that program, I'm gonna gift as a bonus the workshop in there too, and I'm gonna send the book to you. So it is that you have that, because that book is packed with things that you could actually do and change your life. And it's 24 women that we've all that actually went in and wrote in it and shared our stories and shared our learning in it. Because one thing is we had a story, but we had learnings too. So are you okay with me just using 10 minutes for you to really going through? And because what I was guided to is that we want to experience the peace and the quietness of the mind. Like, how are our mind going in? And I could even feel, and it was so funny because they showed me how important it is. And when I say they, I see my guidance team, angels, spirits, what you have around you, if you're in and knowing about that, is for me to actually see how I can go in the mind, where I always choose that it's not my mind speaking, it is my heart, and I can feel when complete. So thank you for coming in with that, so I can go in and just like, okay, yeah, rewire here. So I invite you to, if you have a glass of water, then take a big sip of water now, because we have already shifted a lot of energy. Water is so important. And I just want to mention a note. If you really, truly want to embrace self-love, get some proper water. Like, start drinking lots and lots of water. I started out drinking 4 to 6 liters a day. People say, that's insane. You're washing out all the minerals and vitamins. No, you're hydrating your body. And only in a hydrated body will you feel energized, will you feel that vitality that you actually have in your body. You will feel that you can actually do, and you'll be more positive. So if you really deal with anxiety, the first thing to start with, drink water. Just a little side note too. So what I want you to do is get comfortable, sit. And even if it is like, Brittany haven't got any other choice in sitting, or if you are wanting to lay down because you're more comfortable that way, although whatever is best for you, what you feel drawn to. So when I asked you, get comfortable, what was the first thought you had? Because that's usually your intuition, because you are intuitive too. It's not only just for me or from Brittany or anyone else that is calling themselves something with being intuitive. We are all intuitive. And that is one thing that I will teach you as well in the one-on-one program. So I invite you to take a deep breath in and exhale with sound. And the reason I asked you to exhale with sound is for you to be in your body. one of the things that I realized about myself was how much I was leaving my body behind. But hey, when you abuse, that is the thing that you learn. So let's do it a couple of more times where you feel your toes, you feel all of your body. Okay, ready? And once again. I feel the vibration in my toes and in my fingers. So now I invite you to hold your hands on your heart. And imagine a silver string. Go from your heart down to your tummy, to your hip area. Actually, your navel is connected to, and out through your hips, down through your legs, to your knees, your calves, your feet, and then imagine how you got like trap doors underneath your feet. They are opening, and the silver string are flushing down, and it's flushing out everything and anything that's not serving you anymore, and not serving your goals and all of that. And we're connecting in to the heart of Mother Earth. So allow yourself with that silver string to be fully connected and keep going deeper. You haven't really reached there yet. A bit further. And know that you're safe. And everyone, anywhere where you have the belief or the pattern around that you are going to hell if you're connecting into Mother Earth. Thinking about Mother Earth as this whole thing of you get the food from Mother Earth. Mother Earth is nourishing all the trees, all the plants, and we are actually living off that. Could you imagine that there will be any health within that? No. So thank you for really connecting in now and trusting and feeling that love. And then allow that silver string to expand there, while we as well take the silver string up through to your upper chest, to your throat, all the way up through your head and even through your mind, and then connect it all the way up and as far up as possible, and just feel like you're connecting into all the yumminess that is, and know like you know, this is only energy. So you're safe. You're safe because we're holding this space for you right now. And then imagine how this, feel, sense, know, like how you are expanding this out like a whole column. You're expanding it out of your body. And as you're expanding it, there's no more room for any darkness, any ickiness, any abuse, any neglect, any frustration, anywhere where you don't feel enough. And that is what you truly are. You are enough. You hear what you want to hear. So everyone, anywhere where you do not want to be enough, your mind tells you that you are enough, but the whole vibration around you isn't. So take that silver string up through your neck, all the way up again, and being fully connected. You're disconnected with me mentioning that. Hello, hello. Energy work is going to be fun. Because if we sit and it's so serious, it's like, that's our mind. Is our mind really going in and take over because you're just listening to my words and it's just going to be. And it's like, no, allow. Again, love is fun. Love is joy. Love is uplifting. So thank you, thank you, thank you. You shifted again. So imagine how that light go all the way up and all the way down, and we're expanding it out. And now we go in and we have the mind and say, thank you, thank you, thank you. You're so amazing. You're so beautiful. You've done amazing to get us to where we are today. See all the achievements that it is, and you've been living in your mind that much. Now, I really want us to take to next level. Don't you want us to go to next level? Oh, absolutely. I can sense that mind, and the mind is curious now what actually to do. So I invite your mind to really that we're gonna learn something new and be even more than we have been. And to do that, we need more, don't we? And then we're inviting the mind to travel down. It can be on stairs. I feel the stairs more because it can go too fast as we take the lift. But then walk on the stairs if that it feels better. But then get into the heart. And if it's for the first time you actually pop into your heart and meet your heart with your mind and whoever else is in your heart, I invite your mind to go around and say hello. Introduce yourself. Just saying hi. And then as you have introduced yourself, okay, again, I'm not done yet. Okay, that's okay. Whenever you're done with saying hello to everyone, I invite you to sit in the middle and just imagine how there's beautiful colors, there's meditation pillows, there's crystals, there's light, there is even children running around. Just sit there as your mind, as your heart, as your body, as your feelings, as your knowing, as yourself, in the sense of self being all of you. And if you want to say something, and this is the heart I'm inviting to speak to the mind, what would you say? And this is not obviously to say out loud, this is for your awareness, for you to feel how your mind is able to get into your heart, is able to speak with your heart, and your heart to speak with your mind. And just feel the love from your heart to your mind. It's pure love, unconditional love. And your mind might be surprised because your mind might have thought that it was going to get punished because it never ever visited you. Where your heart only knows how to love. Your heart only knows how to love. And your feelings even come over and give your mind a cuddle. Because your feelings have been craving to get to know the mind. And then just feel how all are coming to you. You came to them beforehand, just like reaching out the hand and said hello, maybe. But now you truly feel the love that you are. Because all present here know no one can exist without each other and have a whole and complete life. And allow the mind to have a good time in your heart. And even feel like it belongs. It feels home. It feels like it's working together. You're creating companionships here. And let's anchor that in. Absolutely anchor that in. You take a deep breath in. And let the mind even come in with the silver string that is connected all the way down into Mother Earth. That's still being in the heart. and the mind is embraced in all of you. Your heart is embraced in all of you. And I even sense that your mind is too embarrassed to invite all up into the mind. Yet for you, that is ready, not ready, but courageous, and I'm making a decision and committing to love all of you and embracing all of you, and knowing that no matter how it looks like in the mind, I invite the mind now to take the hands of everyone else that is here and go up and open the door to the head. And know and feel the surprise there is for the mind to come back. How much more light there is. Because as the mind left, the silver string had been around hiding, clearing, dusting, cleaning, and just refurnish everything so it looks nice, it feels nice, it has this yumminess around it. So the mind and the heart are fully connected now, and allow that silver string to feel all the way up, all the way down, and disconnecting to anyone and everything and anything they want to go in and ruin this connection again. Because who are you to know this? Who are you to experience this? And you choose you, and you ain't allowing you. So I bless you, I honor you, and I respect you in this work that you have done right now. We're connecting you fully in all that you are. So feel your toes, feel your fingers, and allow all puzzle pieces to fall into place within you, in knowing that you have just upgraded, you've just shifted into a more loving life, into a more loving perspective, into feeling better as you, and know that you can go back to this recording and get upgraded more and more and more. So feel your toes, feel your fingers, and when you're ready, come back. And I don't want to say come back in that sense, but be present here in your body, within this newness, in this upgradedness. Feel yourself. And if anyone wants to, let me know how you feel. You can comment. I'll pop in on Facebook. And if you have any questions, let me know. And if you want to know more about this work, then go into vinnie.easyme.dk/the Power of Love Summit. And I have the offer for you in there. And remember, this is for you to feel drawn to me. Because if you don't feel drawn to me, I'm not the right one to help you. But on the other hand, if you do feel drawn to me, I will help you to reach wherever you want to be. And the workshop is so cheap, discounted to $147. And if you're in America, that's even cheaper because that's Australian dollars. And the Create Your Ultimate Self, which is 6 months, which is 6 times 3 one-on-one sessions with me, daily energy work, and messenger support, which is actually more than 22,000 normally, but you get it for $4,997. So cheap. And you get even, I got a payment plan there for you too, if you want that. But I bless you and thank you so much for having me. I don't want to go in and speak too much after you being in this beautiful space, because I want anyone that is ready to go to bed go in and continue this feeling to grow. Go through your day if you're just starting your day and really feel this yumminess all the way through your day, and just you can send it out and just saying, this is my new set point. I'm not going to go back again, and it's only going to get better and better and better. So thank you.
Yes, thank you, Vinnie, and thank you to all of our viewers. May your hearts be filled with love.